Hi, welcome to That's the Thing podcast, episode .15. It is Friday, April the 5th.
Hi, I'm Kevin, also known as Ray from the internet.
Nolan at Nolan Lie on Twitter.
Drew or False Edwards.
Alright, so
It's dirty.
right now the game that's being played is Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. The hottest of $20 video
Worth
games.
$20.
Yeah.
I paid
cool.
$40 mostly just to support Clockwork.
Well, looks cool. It's coming with like the free DLC, right?
Yep, there are 3 free characters coming as free DLC, or you could read it as they were part of the base roster and just needed some more polishing time. But I'm gonna be nice and skew on the polite side.
I think it's still fine if it's because the game is like a budgety game. If you wanted to say they took like another like couple weeks to finalize some people, I'm not gonna like be offended by it. Because I mean, like, I respect it. I respect the game. It's trying. It's doing what it needs to do.
Tommy has a power geyser. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tommy was my favorite. I always liked the Green Ranger. And then I liked it when like there's that one episode where the Green Ranger gave his like little chest armor to the Red Ranger.
Oh, that
It's
is
in
a
here.
custom outfit for Jason.
Good. So they know what's up.
Yeah, it's a very fan servicey game. Oh man.
I think I stopped watching Power Rangers. I think it was before SPD. Was that before or after Turbo or Space?
SPD was after both.
Okay, so it was
There was a
before
large power
that.
gap in there you missed.
Yeah, I
Is
remember.
that the one that's Stargate-esque?
No,
No, that's Lost.
that Lost in Space, or Lost Galaxy. I think I saw a little bit of that.
Lost
one.
Galaxy is like where I kind of tapped.
Yeah, that's like where I was like, I'm done. But I watched a lot of them before, like Turbo, like all of the original, the Ninja, the Zeo.
Yeah, I kind of. It's
the
also
Warriors.
is Lost Galaxy the first one where like there stops being a through line of characters.
I think so, because that's where like there stops always being like Tom. Although Tommy did show up later in one of like the dinosaur one or one like the
Yeah,
reboot.
but I mean like for a while like you can track one character would always like kind of carry over from the
Yeah,
last series.
that's where it went. I think it went like none of the crew showed up anymore.
Hold up, I gotta activate my Zord. No, I'm just
Go on,
gonna
do
dodge.
it, do it.
I'm just gonna dodge. Thank you.
It's the Dragon Zord.
Dragon Sword, I need your power.
Dragon Zord's cool. Got that flute. So yeah, that's that.
I should
In
block one of
other
them.
news, just to keep conversation going. I saw the Joker trailer today.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
I think it's interesting. It doesn't feel like a superhero
no.
movie
Oh no.
or a Joker movie at all.
There it is.
And I kind of think that's a good thing that it doesn't like it.
I think that guy Drew or Foss on Twitter said, I saw it best, it feels more like an Elseworlds or a Vertigo Joker than a proper DC Joker.
It doesn't have those, but let's try to be like Marvel film.
Which I kind of
Yeah.
like it.
Which
Yeah.
I'm interested in that because I'm tired of,
Well, it's there's that same. It doesn't look to me like it almost looks like that movie. If you wanted to call it The Clown, I think it would play exactly the
Oh,
same.
I think you mean Pagliacci.
Yeah, there you go. Like that's
they have to make that joke in there somewhere.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, of course they will. Like, but it looks.
Dang it, I got a good team already. I got lucky up there.
Yeah.
I can try down.
But it just seems interesting. Like I think that game is it could do it.
That movie?
That movie.
Yes, no, the game.
Yeah, the game. The Joker.
yeah.
I'd play it.
Actually, I kind of think
Telltale is unfortunately.
someone will
no.
do it. That formula exists. People figured it out. But yeah, so I saw that. I saw the Dragon Quest trailer.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think that is cool.
I'm okay with the designs in that movie. I've seen complaints that it's a little too Western, and I do agree with the idea of like, why do executives feel the need to mess with Toriyama designs when they are some of the most popular and well beloved in the world?
And I think it's more like for me. Oh. So like,
Oh, triangle circle is throw.
okay.
And square X is EX move, and R2 is super.
So anyway, like I think I kind of feel like it like with Detective Pikachu, where if you're gonna make a movie, at least make it somewhat distinct, like
Yeah, make it have its own feel.
identity.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it feels like to me, because like you're not doing like here's this Dragon Quest like 4, but here's the story. It's more like here's this own Dragon.
Oh, so you want more Advent children?
No, I want more like because that's
The
like
spirits within.
yeah, but good. Actually, the Spirits Within didn't have any elements of those, so I think so. That's the issue there. I'm trying to figure out Power Rangers, which is why
It's
I'm
a
like,
light, medium, heavy special.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
It's like Marvel 3.
okay, all right. But I think that's like, I think it's fine. There's also been some hit rumors about about some cool stuff about what the Sonic movie's gonna be
Oh
like.
yeah,
Where
where they had some sort of presentation.
yeah, and people are talking about like what they saw about it. Things like Coolio's Gangster's Paradise is what the song in the trailer's gonna be.
What?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. When it comes to that, I just have like one tweet saved that's just like translated from Japanese of just full of sadness and anger in reply to the like early images. And I think that best properly sums up the Sonic movie. Better news, Darlie Dagger got announced for Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, she's great.
That is a character and a half.
Actually, everything about Samurai Showdown looks
I'm
great.
very excited.
Very excited.
And like I say surprisingly, and I don't know why I say surprisingly.
No, because it's what it seems like. What it seems like is that Sam Show just took
There's trash can next to you.
like Sam Show just took
You're
all
driving.
the old like the old Street Fighter, basically Capcom Street Fighter 4 people that
Yeah.
aren't making money, and they're just like, all right, fine.
Apparently, no, it's not even that. Like
The
the
lead designer's the dude who did it.
who did like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 CVS.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hey, okay.
it's
It's nuts.
All right. Let me see.
I like him.
Okay. I
like
really
her.
This has like room to grow.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It
feels
for-
like-
especially,
It doesn't feel like
It does not.
Listen,
like a
when
$20
Ultimate Power Rangers Battle for the Grid comes out, we'll have magic.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. And
But-
it's got like I don't know, 20
I-
characters in it.
To me, it feels shockingly good. I think people saying it's a mobile game are very
Dismissive.
Yeah, like it feels way. To me, this feels like a game. It feels real.
It has the mobile game feel, but it feels much better.
Well, it has like a jank to it,
Yeah.
but it's not
Got
a
that right level of Kusage.
Yeah.
it feels. What I mean is like if I'm like when I play it, it feels like a real game.
Yeah.
It does not feel like garbage.
Yeah.
Which is what like a lot of these. Some of them are just like here's trash.
Does it feel like what was that horror movie one?
I don't
No,
know.
not Teardrome. It's the one with. I'll have to look that name up. But it was the one with like monsters in it that just looked.
Oh,
Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. The
That's
Fighting. Fatal Blow.
Wait, what game are you
Shrek.
talking?
Shrek. What's it called?
Yeah, Shrek Super
Super
Slam.
Yeah. Okay, I have to find it because it was on like the PlayStation Store forever. No. Other than that, yeah.
Yes, I
Saw the
have
Joker
more.
trailer, really good. Watch the new Pop Team Epic.
Oh, I need to see that special.
It's more Pop Team Epic.
I wanted to see the special.
Oh, guess what? There are 4 specials.
Oh yeah, they're all the same though. How do you? Oh,
They're all the same.
Yeah, double tap assist and you'll tag.
But I feel like they're starting to run out of voice actors now.
yeah. Well,
They can't just keep this up forever. I
Yeah.
say that.
oh,
They're
they
definitely
will.
gonna
That's
keep
the
it up
joke.
forever. I don't know. Besides that, cut up on Dororo.
Oh, what do you
Yeah,
think?
Dororo's
What do you
good.
think about the old?
It's so good. And I've been playing Bloody Palace. Just a bit though. You know, it's more Bloody Palace.
Yeah.
I just wish the I think Pat talked about this on the other podcast. but those screens where you're going,
like the loading screens.
yeah, it just takes forever when you're like going through, I don't know, like 30 levels. And you just have to sit there mashing it. Still feels fun. And yeah, I gotta get way better at beat before I can beat his.
Yeah, like you gotta.
I cannot get past like level 15 on his without just getting like hammered hard. No, but Nero Dante, I'm always good at those. Yeah. And I'm just waiting for Virgil. Oh, that special's so good.
It is. It's like.
Who's it? I'm trying to think. Someone's had a special like that. Magnificent is a cool guy.
He is cool.
Okay, so I'll wait till this match is over.
All right, no, just keep
going.
going.
No, we want to start talking about Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like Pokemans, even though I don't sometimes.
I am like, when I was younger, I was like really hot on Pokemans. I loved it to death. And as I get older, it's like, it's fine.
I kind of hate it, but
it has a special place in my childhood. That's about it.
I hate it because I've been too deep, and I think it. Oh, sorry, we're playing.
You're good.
We're playing, but it.
That's what happens when you're playing a good fighting game.
Yeah, like it turns quiet.
Okay.
But it's. I think the thing, like.
Get him! Get him! I don't know. The thing is, it's changed so much over time.
I think
it's not really our Pokemon.
I think it in some ways it hasn't changed. I think that's some of the issue. Is some of the things that like it hasn't like really evolved.
It needs
so to
a
speak.
Mario to Mario 64. Zelda to Breath of the Wild.
And it's not that it has like
It needs that big step.
And I think what I think it needs to do is less of like Mario 64 and more of Zelda to Breath of the Wild. Where Breath of the Wild, even though I think has flaws and problems, it's kind of like the idea where it's captured what Zelda did. What Zelda is, where you're in this world, you're going on an adventure, and you think basically anywhere is possible, anything's possible, anywhere is possible. Mm-hmm. Whereas Pokemon's more like it's when at least I was playing GBA, well not even GBA, like Game Boy Red and Blue. It felt like here's this world, you can go anywhere, and there's Pokemon everywhere, and there are new ones and stuff.
Oh, so you want to take...
I don't want open world. So
No. See, what you're describing is what I got to experience going from Generation 1 to Generation 6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you
That's a jump.
realize how many Pokemon I encountered regularly? It was like, this kind of neat Pokemon they made. Drew, that's from like Generation 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Huh?
What? Wait, you telling me this little like honeycomb bee thing has been around for years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that only happens when like that sense of wonder. It kind of can't. It can only happen if you've missed like 6 years of it. But it's this idea, and I don't think it needs to be necessarily like open world in the same way.
Yeah.
But when I was playing, so I stopped playing Ultra Sun and Moon, and I've been these stupid feelings all day. Is that like that game? I want to say is the inverse Red Dead Redemption 2. Whereas when Red Dead Redemption 2, like a cutscene was going on, I was thrilled. I was like, this is sick. I like it. But then the gameplay started up and I hated it. Whereas in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, whenever like the cutscene started, I hated it. Because every single one of them is people like kind of standing around going like, hey, let me tell you, this is about a Pokemon. You want to know about what the Ultra Beasts are? Here, we're telling you about the Ultra Beast. It goes for like 10-15 minutes, and you're just kind of watching people talk to you, and it feels horrible. And it's also I don't like it. I don't like it, and part of the reason is like the story's not good, and part of the reason is it's insufferable to play on like replay. Where the old Pokemon games I played through a bunch. And not just because like
That's all you
that's
had.
all I had. Like, I had other games and other stuff, but I would play through them because it felt like, here's the game is different if you started with Bulbasaur instead of Squirtle, and you kind of caught some different Pokemon. But in this one, it's more like, nah, you're gonna go with Lily to the library, and you're gonna hang out, and then she's gonna like talk to the gym leader for about 5 minutes, and you're just kind of there. And now you got to go along the corridor because you can't go off and explore a new area because there's just a man with a fence sitting there. No, literally just a person with a fence saying, "Yeah, you can't come here yet." And the game already has systems to like gate itself. It has like here's water, you can't surf yet. But no, in this one it's just like, no, there's just a guy with a fence. And on every island, it's just people with fence like, yeah, I can't come here.
That said, it did a great job of getting rid of
HMs. Like every game has, I felt like, added a system, a ease of use system.
Yeah.
So like the first Generation 2 added Steel and Dark to deal with the psychic problem. Generation 3 added abilities. 4 actually did.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
you got
still
stuck.
as an assist. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I couldn't-
Yeah, like. So you can throw assist in this game apparently.
you can throw assists.
You can throw assist because
Yeah.
you kept throwing.
I kept
it
like
as an
throwing
assist.
them.
Oh, okay. So that's so anyway. So Generation 4 had the physical special split, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
it
it super is because it lets Gyarados have like a water move that works off its attack instead of its like special attack, which isn't great. I think five made it so TMs are infinite, so that you don't have to just every TM buy a
It's
new one.
kind of crazy how like unplayable old Pokemon are as each new gen comes out.
And it's not like a nullification, but it's just such an ease of use thing. And I would dare say like even 6, which is it had a feature.
It introduced clothes. Thank you very much.
It actually did. That's important. But the thing that they didn't include, which I always felt was kind of sucked, was 6 had those mini games you could do to build the EVs.
Yeah, to build each stat. Yeah.
And I thought that was a really kind of elegant solution to
Yeah.
one of the problems I've always had with Pokemon, which is EV training and IV breeding suck and are the worst parts of the game. And it's like, no, here's at least a mini game.
See, I think, you can't do anything for like EV training while the Pokemon's going, but I feel like once you beat the Elite Four, if you use any of those Pokemon to breed Pokemon, it
should be perfect.
stats.
I
Because
agree.
it achieves like a legendary status.
That'd be a see that's a solution where I feel like it doesn't hurt. I also think that every legendary should be perfect IVs because like you can only catch them once.
Yeah.
And there are ways to build like there is items you can give Pokemon that raise their IV stat.
Yeah.
But they're hyper rare to get, and they're like
Bring back missing no.
No, you gotta give your Pokemon that disease. Like
no, the
Makes it
Pokeruns
better,
for the
yeah.
for the EV train makes it fast, but it's just like
Pokemon rabies.
yeah, God, and it's just bad. What question? What was the user question?
Okay, so yeah, we got a ton of questions.
A ton of
You
questions.
guys just sent them in. The response was heartwarming, to say the least.
I thought it was expected.
Yeah.
I felt redeemed. Actually, I felt pleasantly surprised.
So our first question comes from Book of Mouths, at Book of Mouths.
Yeah.
So Kevin, what do you think about a Pokemon game with a more classic RPG team? You'd battle with 3 to 5 Pokemon at a time. Some could buff, heal, etc. You have to balance your team with a tanker, healer, etc., as well as the current element type system. Would it just be too much?
No, I think that's actually what there is stuff like that actually in the game.
It's kind of like 3v3.
3v3 had where the center Pokemon it's where the positioning mattered, which I always think is a great thing, and the center Pokemon got a damage boost. So whatever
I didn't know that about
yeah,
it.
so like so whatever in the middle gets I think it's like a 1.5 damage boost, but it's also it can be hit by all 3.
Yeah.
So like the one on the far left can't hit your opponent's far right.
Yeah.
But the middle can be hit by everything. And
Yeah.
it was a weird like it It didn't do what I want, but it's cool.
That's a little
Yeah.
better.
I've always liked it either in card games and like real kind of like RPGs where your positioning matters. Like even in Final Fantasies, it's front row,
Wasn't that
back row.
something Chrono Trigger did?
Chrono Trigger sort of did, where it was more like attacks would hit depending on where your guys were,
Yeah.
but you couldn't really control them. It's also stuff like Final Fantasy would always do have like a front line, back line. So the back line takes less damage, deals less damage, front line does, etc. And they're just like positional.
It's also, after like seeing that question, I had to look up Pokemon Mystery Dungeon to make sure that's not what that game did, and apparently it's not.
It's good though. I played one of the mystery dungeons.
I played the first one. I'm like, oh, this is neat.
I think it was Explorers of Space or Time. Whatever. It was the Gen 4 mystery dungeon. I finished
So what
it.
is your favorite gen, Kevin? And why is it 3?
It's 5. And I think it's because 5 overall is the most well balanced. I think of all the games to play, Black 2 is probably the best. I really like 3, and I really like I like the odd generations, except for 7. Like my favorites are 1, 3, 5, and actually 6. I like 6.
6 is my favorite.
I think 6 gets a little hate on too much. I even think, but even stuff like, I think 4 is good. I think 7 is good once. I think like Sun and Moon, even with my problems with them, are good once. Play that game once, you'll enjoy it. Do not play it twice. You will bad things because you'll notice all the issues with it. What other question did we have?
That was it! Book of Mouth, you are the only person who sent us a question. Thank you.
I also think it would be cool.
Well,
Expanding on Book of Mouth's idea was like if Pokemon Darkest Dungeon. So like, but that
A
same where you
roguelike Pokemon?
yeah, or just
page
like
forever.
because in Darkest Dungeon, like the positioning also matters. Where like your front, your middle, and your back line means something, and I think that would be something that would be cool to add to Pokemon. One of the things I'd like to add to Pokemon's battle system, because I was thinking about it, is I would like for there to be a fighting game like EX meter, and you would gain it by being your Pokemon being in, and you'd lose it by switching out to kind of encourage people to keep the Pokemon in.
Yeah.
And what it would do is you could cash in your bar to either dodge an attack, like a free protect. You could use your attack to like always hit, so you can make attack more like always accuracy, or you could boost damage of an attack. So it's kind of like you get to see what your bar's doing and what your opponent could be like faking you out. So if you bring in like an attack Pokemon and he thinks he's going to do a big attack, you can dodge it and counter attack. And I think that kind of thing would at least, and that's not a very good, but just something like that where you're not like
going along with like them trying to change up the how you battle. Like they added the 3-person battle, and they added rotation,
they added rotation battle.
which I didn't think was as good as the three-person battle.
It wasn't, but it's still cool.
I mean, it's neat, but
I like those gimmicky formats.
They're trying stuff to keep it from being stale.
I'm all for that. Like at least they're
I'm kind of petered out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, on
I can only play
Pokemon?
you're good.
I only played 9-character roster for so long.
Oh,
Do you want to switch it up?
Yeah, I
Might
kind
as
of
well.
really go
all
to a
right,
new game.
all right, that's fine.
Okay,
Any
so-
other questions about Pokemans?
Well, yeah,
I
like,
think Affection should do something besides
It does.
for
It
one
does.
move.
It does in game.
yeah.
So in game, your Pokemon will get stats like they will take like Persona characters. They'll take lethal blows and they'll do stuff.
Okay.
So if they're at high affection,
Okay.
but it doesn't for multiplayer because I think they don't want it to like a lot of people don't like.
I love my Pokemon. People need to know that.
You pick.
Yeah, you're
I don't know
you're
what
driving.
game.
Also, if you want to grab Soul Calibur Dragon Ball Fighters, those patched.
Which one would you rather play?
Oh,
Nolan?
also, Bone is in there for Nolan.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Which one would you rather play? Nolan Dragon Ball?
I kind of want to do Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I want to
Let's
see
try it and
Alright.
see.
There's Dragon
I
Ball.
want to get mad.
if it's more the same.
Well, it's a
probably is.
comparison. It's a good comparison to what like.
Oh, that was in there already.
Oh, nice.
It's you're comparing it to Power Rangers.
Like design-wise, I feel like Pokemon kind of dropped off at 4.
I think they've. I disagree.
Oh, well, no, I'm not going to. The newer games, they're going back up, but like the lowest point.
Oh yeah,
was
yeah, I
4.
can see that.
I like
What's 4? Is that?
That was Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond Pearl.
Okay.
My personal, I think that I think 5 has the most generic Pokemon. Like the 5's Pidgey and Rattata are I think the worst, and a lot of 5's like. There's a lot of middling ones in there.
I can't remember those.
Oh, that
So obviously,
I
yeah.
think that's the thing is that there's a lot of stuff.
I remember the Caterpie, and that was it.
Oh no, yeah, they had a Swaddaloon, which is a good Pokemon. Did it not update?
No, apparently whenever I ran this past week to get the update ready, instead I just installed the disc because I'd apparently deleted it. So give it 70 seconds and then we can play
We can still
Dragon.
talk about
No, we're still
Pokemon,
talking
so
about
it's fine.
Pokemon. It's fine. It's fine.
So I need to close the application that way.
I
it'll launch.
I feel like the worst designed Pokemon have to be Tangle Growth,
There's a charge cable in here.
You don't like.
Tangrowth is awful.
Licky
Because
Licky,
Tangle, smallest pocket, the netting. Smallest pocket, the netting.
Okay, just keep going.
Yeah.
and
Tangle is like such a perfect design
Yeah,
too
it's so
already.
good.
They had a bad problem there for a while of being like, well, they probably still have it, of being, well, here's a one-stage Pokemon. Let's just give it a baby and an evolution and make it a 3-stage.
no, just give it a baby because the baby's worked out fine.
I hate the babies.
Oh,
Oh,
kid's
no,
great.
I love babies.
The Mag one sucks.
Magby?
though. Magby's awful.
Maybe it. But like the extra evolutions, like Magmortar and
Because
Electivire.
Electivire's cool.
They have the problem that a lot of 3-stage Pokemon do, where it's good starter, better second, garbage third one.
Yeah.
You just have to spend time with the third one and get used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Mamoswine's cool
Yeah,
Mamoswine is cool.
Right. Mamoswine
because
is
it
the
goes
coolest
from
of
like
that.
it goes from a tiny thing to like a
Yeah.
middle mammoth to like the big.
See, I'm
one.
having trouble
He was actually cool.
thinking.
Also, he's useful. All
I can't,
of the list
okay,
on
so I can imagine the small one. Okay, I remember. It looks like a baboon, but a pig.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like so, I feel the same way
Modern
about
console gaming.
yeah.
Waiting for stuff to load.
I feel the same about like Pokemon as to do with fighting game characters. Or I made a list of like all my favorites, or all my current favorites, not knowing the new ones.
Yeah.
And everyone on that list has served me well, and that's why it's there. In addition to like its design working for me.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't actually care about Pokemon. He only
No.
cares about loyal soldiers.
Yeah, I do. They are my tools. They are like my personas.
Just like with fighting games, with the recent versions, they gave them redesigns, and I've always liked those. Minus the Exeggutor evolution, because it looked really stupid.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Listen, I've made the best fan art of that Exeggutor.
Like it's goofy, but it's supposed to be goofy.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point of it.
I think it's like it's to me. There's ones that I think that are better and worse.
That's actually pretty good.
That's good.
See, that's all I can think. Whenever I see Exeggutor, I just see the Trogdor arm drawn off its back and it breathing fire.
Yeah.
It is
But
a dragon type.
like
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
for me it's like there's part of the stuff in there where like a lot of like it's if I had to one thing to fix about Pokemon, like the designs and art wouldn't really be part
No.
of it. Like that's not, and honestly, even though I have complaints of the battles, that's not where I feel like the problem is.
I want more dual poison types.
My current complaint is that I think the single player isn't great, and I think the game thinks it's an MMO when it's not. Because there's a lot of stuff that feels like we're trying to keep you paying and playing, but I don't know why, and I don't like it. What other questions, comments, concerns about Pokemon?
Fun fact for all you listeners out there, Kevin, where's your internet name come from?
Oh, two of my favorite Pokemons, Raichu and Growlithe.
Okay.
I combined them when I was making my first screen name, and that's what happened.
Oh,
Poor Growlithe.
okay. I don't know. I just
Free.
Yeah, I just got Vegeta free.
So poor old Growlithe. It has gone down like in my personal favorites because there's been other fire types I like more as time. Like Arcanine is cool, but I really like Volcarona. I think that's a cool fighting game. and I like
Okay, yeah, okay.
yeah, and I like other Pokemon more than.
Okay. I have a question before we start this. I would like to try it and see how this game feels. I want to try this game KOF style. We go to controller setup, turn off assist buttons, and then it's KOF style.
Okay.
Think about it.
That sounds good.
Think about how this game. I think it makes more sense as KOF than Marvel. It feels more Dragon Ball.
I'll try
The
it out.
1v1v1.
I'll try it out. It doesn't hurt.
Also, if we were good, it would also mean you're blocked. You're not in block for like an hour. We might have to just turn this to that. I don't think there's a way to.
I'll just bring it to record play training dummy. Record.
Yeah,
training
that's a good
dummy.
idea.
That's what Nolan did. Like,
Now it changed the assistant development as well.
There we go. Okay, yeah. So what I did was I put.
you gotta put L1 down there,
Okay.
or just
we'll
hit it. Just do
Dragon Rush?
just do the honor code and say don't do it.
No, it's simple. You just do like okay, that is fine for one of them, and then the other one you just do like R3, and now you can't do it.
All
You
right,
have to
whatever.
go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I used to have for all of these things, so I don't care. Actually, I'm gonna need
Key
them.
charge you didn't have. Dragon Rush.
Dragon Rush is fine. No, that's like medium. So
Oh, I can't even
I'm
remember.
gonna do that. Super Dash.
Super
that's
Dash added
fine.
R2.
Key charge you don't need. That's Vanish, and that's Sparking.
Yeah. L1 is. Oh, I didn't have L1 as sparking.
I don't know what. I think I might have had R3 as Sparking, but that's now in an effort to get rid of Z Assist.
Oh man.
What's simple that? Simple Z change, normal. Yeah, I want that one. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can't do it. So you were fine. Back. Okay. This is gonna be weird. I just want to try it,
All right.
see how it works.
Oh, there's Vegeta.
Yeah, it just gave me Super Saiyan Vegeta. Did not give me Super Saiyan Goku
Oh.
or Majin 21, but it gave me Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you haven't played through this amazing story mode.
I never played it.
I did it. It was terrible.
Also, this game, I do not know why you would ever pick anything besides standard color.
I usually picked all matching when online when I couldn't, because someone else was picking standard and I didn't like the other default. So if they're gonna pick my team, then I'm gonna have mine at least color coordinated.
I'm with you, but I always make Cell Junior color.
No, it's Cell's dead, so this is Cell Jr. who grew up to a
Yeah, who
dead.
grew up to I was in the I hid.
I hid.
I turned into a bee and then I evolved over. That could very well be a part of Dragon Ball Super 2. You could see that one of the Cell Juniors turned into a bug, went underground, came back, watched Goku go blue, and goes, "Huh, I'm blue." He comes and he's blue, and that's a Toriyama joke where he's actually blue, and everyone's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, don't you understand?"
Yeah, think about it.
Did he get Cell Dorado?
Yeah.
Because he's like
yeah.
Golden Frieza.
Yeah.
That's stolen from those memes. I'm probably not going to clip this out and make a Pokemon. It didn't feel. It's good for a pot. It needs to feel. I don't know.
See, that's why I thought you wanted it more structured, like a proper interview, where then you could just turn it into a YouTube essay.
Well, because then I have to like it has to feel right. It has to feel.
Yeah, again, it takes some structure and planning, and you can't just wing it.
But I love
That's
just
why
winging
I
it.
actually wrote questions and
But I
had
like just
stuff.
winging it.
Yeah, no, if you
We
want
can do a part 2.
Also, it takes a lot of work to do. I don't like doing work. Work is bad. Like it's you got problems, you got issues. I still might do it.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
It depends on the audio quality. But also, it's just like I kind of got everything I wanted to say in there out, so maybe it would work. Who knows? This might show up as its own thing.
Don't expect it.
Don't expect no. It's the best friend's motto, or the former best friend's motto of I deliver nothing. Like what was it?
We expect
Nothing
nothing.
can deliver less. That's the jam. I've always liked that.
Oh, okay. I figured out my problem.
Dragon Ball's going on.
I figured out my problem. Okay. I was still dialing Marvel style and not Dragon Ball Fighter style.
Yeah, that's why I
we're
switched
good.
mine.
We're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about?
Oh snap! I did not mean to do that.
What are you trying to do?
I just activated sparking. I was just hit a button by accident.
Anything you want to say, Drew?
Videodrome is an incredible movie that I think
Stuff stole.
SMT stole a lot from. God, it is. So if you don't know the premise, it is James Woods runs a pirate television show in Canada, and he stumbles across a weird American snuff film channel.
It's the Midnight Channel.
Yeah.
From Persona
Yeah,
4.
no. And this channel is actually installing reprogramming people's brains.
Yeah, it's so Persona 4 is Videodrome and JoJo's Part 4. That's what it is. You're in Moriocho,
Yeah.
but you're also getting the
No,
shenanigans.
I got 7 bars.
Oh,
I got this.
I deserve that. I deserve that.
Nolan, anything else you want to talk to the people? Give them one final thought about Pokemons, about life.
Excited for the new one. Can't wait to see how they mess it up. That's about it.
Supposed to be.
The best Pokemon is Diglett. If you agree that Diglett. Oh, I played Pokemon Duel for a little bit. That game's okay, but then it turns into a mobile game, and I've stopped playing it. And by mobile game, it's like the timer started kicking in, and I was way less interested. Also, I don't think I ever fought a human. It always felt like I was fighting AI, even when the game was saying that I wasn't. It felt like, nah, you were fighting an AI, because I was having no problems.
It's so
Can you
quick.
not air block?
Nope. I mean, you probably can, but it's quick.
No, but I didn't hit anything. As soon as you did, I just did this. I was just in the air holding back, and I got hit.
No, he's playing. You gotta go.
Last thing,
I don't know. This game still. I would turn assist back on. and also
Dragon
then
Ball
it's
still Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still. It's
Shala.
still this game.
Hetchala.
It
Can't
is
wait for
still
it.
this
Later days.
God, the DLC thing is it's $30 or something. It's more than I'm willing to pay.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Shala. Later days.
That does not
Later
work
days.
at all.
Late do 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 da 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 da.
Later days.
Sparking.